All right. Our proposed national park site is the Adirondacks. Slide. The Adirondacks are home to many unique geological features and processes. These can be seen throughout the rocks of the location. They've been created by tectonic movement, continental collision, glacial melt, and erosion. There's remnants of ancient shallow seas within the formations as well, which indicate crucial scientific sites. The Adirondacks consist of valleys and mountains, the Adirondack Dome, and lakes carved by glaciers, rivers, and forests, which allows the location to have a very diverse and aesthetically enjoyable setting. And the rock types mostly consist of granites, but there are some sedimentary rocks. These are just a few examples of the geological features and the diversity in the Adirondacks. On the left is Lake Placid, and that's one of the glacial carved regions. And then Indian Head Vista, which is one of the gorges.
So one of the criterion for the creation of a new national park is exceptional diversity of ecological components, such as species, communities, or habitats. The Adirondacks have a wide variety of terrestrial and wetland habitats, including mixed forests, northern hardwood forests, conifer forests, bogs, fens, swamps, and open river corridors. These habitats support over 2,000 species of birds, 53 species of mammals, 35 species of reptiles and amphibians, and 74 species of butterflies. Another criterion for a new national park is that it is an outstanding illustration of a widespread biotic area that is still widespread. The Adirondack region is 60% boreal or hardwood forest, which is one of the largest biomes on the planet.
Okay, so the depositional and erosional features of Adirondack Park are perfect representations of the last ice age and shape the park's very unique landscape. As a glacier moved in the area thousands of years ago, it crushed mountains and broke off parts of them into smaller pieces of rock called erratics, which you can find today scattered around the park, deposited in fields and mountaintops. Additionally, smaller alpine glaciers shaped the mountains into cirques, which are bowl-shaped basins formed by glaciers that can turn into lakes, as well as arates, which are sharp edges of the basins. As the glacier eroded down, chunks of it were buried, and once they melted, they caused depressions in the landscape called kettle holes where kettle ponds eventually could form. Glacial-formed rivers filled with sediment flowed across the land, depositing fine-grained sand and gravel onto floodplains. This fluvial deposition results in layers of sedimentary strata. These rivers are super important to people and provide clean drinking water to surrounding areas, even New York City. The Adirondack erosional and depositional formations are essential to not only the wildlife in the park, but life outside it as well, and they should be conserved.
Discussing more about the natural resources of the region, we find that iron mining was present in the late 19th and early 20th centuries in the eastern Adirondacks. More recent geophysical studies of the region show us that titanium and rare earth elements, often shortened to REE, such as lithium and terbium, are present here. Elements of lithium and terbium are rare on Earth, but are incredibly useful for electronics, such as phones, batteries, and solar panels. These various elements are found in the iron oxide apatite, which is found naturally in this region. And by becoming a national park, this will help reduce the overexploitation of the recently found rare earth elements. The top right image shows a vein of magnetite that has strong magnetic properties which pull the pencil magnet off the vertical, and that is found in the eastern Adirondacks. The bottom right shows mine waste from an iron mine that has since closed in the early 20th century. And we can see that there was nothing done after the mining operation to restore the area to its natural state. So by making the Adirondacks a national park, we can focus on conservation of the area, which, as we discussed before in the presentation, is a very diverse ecological region.